Leo's Legion, your three down bros here are Roland, Arthur, and Greg. The Lions are coming home 4-1 from Steeltown with a convincing 44-28 win. And I'll tell you what, I was hoping the O-line would just continue to improve steadily and keep Vernon Adams clean, keep them upright. And they did a pretty good job of doing that today, which I think helped get the Lions off to that great start. How about you, Arthur?
Well, my keys to the game were second down conversions and red zone efficiency. So I think they did a really good job on both of those fronts. And what about you, Roland?
Yeah, I think it was a dominant win. So great to see. Fun game to watch as a fan. Just a quick, if you're here listening to us, we'd love to hear your thoughts. So please feel free to type in your comments in the chat. Anything you want to talk about the game, if you agree or disagree with anything we say, please type it in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. But yeah, dominant win. I think our BC Lions team is starting to get into a groove. So that's really good to see.
Yeah, it was definitely pick your poison on full display today. McInnes, Hollins, Stanback, which one? And well, the stats show it was tough for the Hamilton Tiger Cats to key on any one of those, because if they did, one other one burned them. And boy, McInnes got off to a heck of a start. Oh, and there we go. There's one right there, bro.
Yeah, Viking chat reports say great performance by VA, Hollins, and McInnes. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was really impressed with McInnes. Just bang, bang, bang. The first 2-3 drives, he was catching all the balls going his way. 2 touchdowns early in the first quarter. Yeah.
I mean, he had McInnes had some clutch catches on second down. Sometimes they're second and long, sometimes very long.
Yeah.
And he made some big catches to get the offense rolling, get the positive momentum going, and then after they were able to stretch downfield, and then mix and stand back a bit.
Yeah. Viking chat reports 180 passing yards in the first quarter. Yeah, that's wonderful. How many yards did VA have in the first?
383, I believe.
383 total in the whole game. But the first half he had like over 300 as well.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, Hamilton had the ball first in the second half, and they had like 2 long drives that pretty much took, and then BC had a drive, and that pretty much took the whole quarter. So. And then BC started to run the ball, more, which is fine.
Yeah. Yes, Greg.
Which is good.
Greg and Arthur were turning to me each time Stanback got the ball and had a good run, because that's what I've been calling for.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
14 carries for 82 yards for Stanback on the ground.
But yeah, Stanback was a beast today, and I've been saying it all along, right? If the O-line can just open up a little hole for him and he gets through the line of scrimmage, run, full speed, he's going to get us at least 5-6 yards. And yeah, that first touchdown by Stanback, actually we'll talk about that when we go through the TSN highlights. It's a very short highlight package, but we'll go through that. But before we do that, let's any more high level thoughts?
We've got these great offensive performances here, but I want to talk about those two the pass defenses by Gary Peters to start the game. I mean, we know Bo Levi is a quarterback very dependent on timing routes and being able to get rid of the ball quick. Peters came up and stuck each receiver both times that were targeted and jarred the ball loose and was, pretty much setting a tone that nothing's happening on my side of the field. And now that's forcing Bo to throw to the wider side, which is not exactly the easiest for the timing. And I really like the tone that Gary Peters set. And the defense, they did their job today. There was a little bit of a lull in there, which I may complain about later, but just love the way he set that tone, the way McInnes set it for the offense, get the ball rolling.
Yeah, way to set an example for the younger DBs as well, right? Playing aggressively. Yeah, you're going to catch the ball, but I'm going to hit you hard, and you may not hold on to it, right? Yeah. That's the attitude. Yeah. And
you just hope that the personnel that Campbell and McAvoy put in that room are guys that are going to want to strive to hit that bar that the veterans are setting for them. Because the veterans know this is cup time. Let's go get it. And I think Kent Jr. did a better job. Again, steady improvement.
Yeah.
No, backslide in his progress. So somewhat satisfied here. This 3DB.
All right. All right. So I guess let's go through the highlight package. A very short one. Again, if you're listening in on our live stream, please feel free to put your comments in on the chat. Anything you agree or disagree, or any other point that you'd like to raise, we'd love to hear from you, and we can banter that way. So let's take a look at the highlight package. So this is, I think, our first drive.
Stand back touchdown.
With stand back touchdown. That was beautiful.
Wow.
He was like wide open. No one took him as he came out of the backfield, right?
Well,
Just
second
ran.
and 4, right? And they had a short zone. He busts through up in the middle. The safety had 2 guys. I mean, he had to pick which one, right?
Yeah.
Just the
Pick
2
your
lions. So yeah. And
So
then, of course,
he picked this guy, right?
well, yeah, actually,
Or did
maybe
he?
he picked nobody. I mean, yeah, but yeah, he probably picked the shorter guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
That was beautiful.
Well, both Stanback and Adams were asked about that play during the post game right after on the radio, and they said they saw something in Hamilton's D that they were practicing this, and VA kept overthrowing Stanback in practice, and then Stanback, when they interviewed him, said, "Well, it's just because I was running half speed. Because hey, I'm not going to get the ball on a deep route." And sure enough, look what happened.
I thought it was slightly overthrown because I
think
think
so?
Stanback had to kind of reach and get on his horse a little.
Yeah,
but
he was kind of losing balance here, but
yeah, I mean, if he didn't catch him in stride, I mean, he had to kind of speed up. But
Yeah.
good adjustment by Stanback.
VA
Yeah.
told him. Stanback said VA told him in the huddle, "This time you run because you're getting the ball, so you run and you run." So great job from Stanback.
good
Good
call.
hands for our running back too, man.
Yeah, good call. Look, he just outran everyone. Yeah. So great way to open the game. First drive. Here's a replay.
Nice. I know it had us out of our seats today.
Yes. I always love it when we start the game with a scoring drive. I think this is our second possession. Now this is the McInnes show.
2nd and 7.
Yeah, so McInnes here. Then McInnes here again.
Was Adams throwing darts today or what?
Yeah. McInnes adjusted. He had to come back a little bit for the ball, but that was perfect because then he shielded the ball from the defender.
Put the guy on his back, but looked at that one, yes.
Then this one here's the TD.
McInnes.
Yeah, wide open here. Was this the one where two guys went to Eberhardt, right?
Yep.
Right here. So McInnes blows past. There's 2 defenders right here, and they both go to Eberhardt. So that's why McInnes is so wide open there. Yeah,
They
beautiful.
must have thought they had help, a little bit better help over the top than that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, here's the replay. All right, so 2 touchdowns, 14. Second quarter, it's still 14-1. Guess we marched down, and then here it's McInnes again. This one was beautiful because it was a little bit underthrown.
Good thing he has reach.
Yeah, McInnes had to come back for it, and he draws a penalty too. Here's a better angle. So he sees the ball a little bit behind him, puts on the brakes. This guy runs over him and gets the flag, and he still manages to get around him and catch the ball. That's just concentration, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. At this point, it's 21-1. Guys, what was going through in your minds? 21-1. And, we're in the second quarter with 13-16 left in the quarter, so just barely into the second quarter. What was in your
Arthur?
minds?
I know
Well,
it
I
was in
mean,
my
this is
mind.
like pretty much you know, like this is what I was worried about, right? It's just gonna be this game's gonna get out of hand early, and then yeah, that's just basically exactly what happened. So, I mean, it's good news for a Lions fan, definitely.
Yeah,
But I mean, you won a better game, and you know, Hamilton made it a better game.
later on.
Mind you,
Yeah,
we kind of gave them, you know, like with the prevent defense, but yeah, I thought it was clinical and it's good, very good on the offense because those are the keys. We wanted them to have better red zone efficiency, and they made
yeah,
a lot of good second down completions, conversions. So, and then they did mix some of the run a bit. So, and then they spread the passing around. So, all really good things to see.
yeah. So Vikings chat report says complete PI. Yeah, absolutely. You can see that right here.
Oh yeah, face guarding, screening, whatever you want to call it. Yeah,
Yeah, he doesn't even know where the ball is.
contacting.
It's just like it's like his version of a Hail Mary there. You know, he knows the ball's coming, doesn't know what to do.
I like how McKinnis kind of subtly wraps and just get out of my way. I'm still catching that.
Yeah,
ball.
exactly. That's right.
At 21-1, I was hoping we could hit 50. As a fan, I wanted to see if we could hit 50. You know what? The Lions have been through some, you know, against Edmonton, last minute walk-off field goal against Winnipeg. It was tight, and they're winning kind of close and kind of ugly. It was refreshing for me as a fan to see them just kind of just offensively lay it all out there, and I really hope they hit 50 today.
Yeah. Well, it was close. We got to 44, right?
Yep, yep.
Yeah. My thoughts here was that man, we're hot. Like we started out hot. I was, even though we didn't get to the half yet, I was worried that you know, how are we going to be able to continue the pressure past the half, right? That's kind of what I was thinking. So here, you know, the highlight package, it skipped Hamilton's touchdown. So we're at 8 now. So we don't have the footage here. Jim says, "Let's freaking go, Lions." Yeah, I guess that's what Jim's going through his head when we.
Well, this is the one to Holland's deep, right? So Butler scored,
Yeah,
and then this was the answer.
that's right. Yeah, Jim says, "Good evening,
Emphatic
guys."
answer.
Yeah, good evening, Jim.
Gene.
Yeah, so this was immediately after Hamilton's touchdown.
We took the ball on the 40, right? We didn't return. We took the ball, correct?
No, it was a
Was it
return.
a return? Okay.
Because it was a touchdown. They scored a touchdown.
Yeah, and then one play we get the touchdown back. It's to Hollins. So this was Holland's first catch, wasn't it, for the game? Or
I think it
No,
was
he
a
had a-
second one. I
he had
saw
a
a short one.
okay,
on the
short
sideline
one.
there.
Yeah. And then this move here, like he knew he wasn't going to outrun 27, puts on the brakes.
That's a good move. He
Yeah.
does that a lot.
Yeah.
A little kind of cut back and then fake. And then,
Yeah. So that's beautiful. Really good moves there. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
it's a good move because if the DB's in trail position, it is hard to turn in. Because if you turn counterclockwise, you lose a step. If you turn clockwise, you lose his vision. So that's a great, smart move on Alex Holland's part.
yeah, because he had to slow down here to catch the ball slightly behind him, and 27 was already going full speed here, right? So he knew he wasn't going to outrun him. But yeah, wonderful. Surrey Leo's fan says, "Great game by the Leos. Going through my head. I'm almost worried we're going to lose VA to the NFL like we did Nathan. He's playing that good." Yeah.
Okay, I found this on the web. From
we can kick that around later on.
All
We can
right.
kick that around later on.
All
Yeah,
right.
let's kick that around.
Very
Okay.
good point, though, by Sir Leo's.
But very good.
Good point.
I
Surrey
mean,
Leo
if
fans.
he does get like, 5,000 yards, 6,000 yards, has a really he's playing like 350, 400 yards passing for game after game, being very dynamic.
Yeah.
Maybe we can kick that around.
Yeah. Well, I mean, last week we did, was it last week or a week before? We did say that he was putting up Nathan Rourke like numbers, right? Oh, here's a comment. Canadian Football Fanatics. Hey, welcome, Canadian Football Fanatics.
Ah,
Says, "Hey boys, just finish up our recap show. Yeah, I saw you guys had your show. Can't get enough BC football talk, so I decided to
way,
come
you
hang
cannot
for a
get
bit."
enough.
can I get
Yeah,
enough?
welcome.
Welcome, welcome.
Welcome, yes. So
Let's be honest. The more BC Lion talk, the more CFL talk, the better it is for the league, right? So
Definitely.
let's
Yes.
start out here on the West Coast
for
and go
sure.
right across the country. See
All
right
right.
there, he turns him and he turned and he lost the vision. So when he goes to turn back, now he loses footing and vision. So
Yeah.
that's a great move.
Yeah. I was concerned that Hollins wasn't 100% yet, but you know, he showed today that he could still get it done.
Well, if it was a hamstring, when you do a sit down cut like that, the hamstring looked just fine, unless he's heavily taped, one or the other. But he looked fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. Canadian Football Finesse. Hope I can run into you boys next Saturday. Yes, for sure, Cole. We met, what was his name? Blake, right? We met Blake the other time. So hope we get to see you. We're in 240, what is it?
246.
246, yes. So if you're
And we'll
around.
be there.
Three
in
really
the-
good looking guys.
We'll be there in the pre-party.
Oh, yes, the
So-
the tailgate outside. That's
the
right.
tailgate. So look for us there.
Yeah. James says, long time no see, Cole. Yeah, all the other guys here would love to chat with you too if we get a chance to bump into you in the game.
Yeah, come over and chat with Greg about special teams because Greg just loves talking about special teams, especially the return game.
The what? We have one of those.
Maybe
So-
if we
That,
get-
yeah, that's
we
about
got
my
Grant.
attitude about. But we'll throw that around later. We'll kick it around another day. Number 21. That's about my opinion of our return game.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah, it's. I mean, we're on this side of the scoreboard, so we're feeling happy. But imagine if we were on the other side. That's
we've
that's
been
how
on
it'd
that
be.
side. We've been on that side.
Yeah. All right. So the highlight package jumps to fourth quarter. Third quarter, we kind of coasted a little bit. We allowed Hamilton to kind of get the ball rolling. They had a whole bunch of time of possession in the third quarter.
I got a message from VA Senior asking what the heck's going on. Well, all pedal to the metal. Come on, keep your foot on the gas, coach. And we were chatting about that a little bit before we came online tonight. And yeah, like bend don't break. I'm not a fan of that either. But
Yeah. Oh, James says I'm from Regina. You guys got to make the trip in October. Oh, I didn't know you
October,
were.
Regina. I'll have to think about that one. Gene.
We'll think about it harder now that we've got an invite from Jim, right?
That's
Gene, I'll ask you this: if you can have some of those Regina deep fried steaks on the pitchfork, the 3DB will really think of coming there. One steak per guy, deep fried. We're there.
All right. That's the way to our hearts, right?
Deep fried meat. Yeah.
Canadian Football Fanatics. My man Jim, I see you can't get enough of the Lions talk tonight. Can't blame you for a game like that. Yes, for sure.
definitely.
Oh, Jim says I can make that happen about the stage.
boy, great.
Okay,
All
it's
right.
very tempting.
Hey, team, contact our producer off the air. We're going to see if we can make this work. It's not that cold in Regina in October yet, Arthur. Come on.
Have you ever been?
Yes, I've been through there. But I mean, a deep fried steak, it warms you from the inside out, man.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yes.
And I think they can tailgate there, if I'm not mistaken. Can we get Jim to confirm that? I think we can tailgate at their field there.
Yes, for sure. They can. All right. So
All right.
fourth quarter, it's 37-21. I think this one just shows. Yeah. Bo Levi
Had a
getting
couple of
sacked.
those tonight too. Just not close enough to pick that ball up.
Yeah, I think that's it. That's it for the highlight package. It's a short one because I guess they haven't put out the full one yet. Jim says, "Yeah, first you can." All right, so yeah, great win, tonight. Very nice to watch. It was as a fan, it was a great game to watch. What were some of the things that we could have improved on? We got a couple sacks in the third quarter. They got through. VA held on a little bit long. I think, Arthur, you were saying that he was trying to go deep when he could have just maybe.
I thought in the third quarter, our offense sputtered a little. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I think the second drive in the second half, they started off with a couple of stand back runs. They got some momentum, and then they're executing their short passing game, and then it was just they're back to back sacks, right? I mean,
Yeah.
the broadcast jinxed it, right? They're saying, "Oh, GV hasn't they
Told
haven't
you.
given up a sack since week one. They had no interceptions." They're like, "Okay, here it comes." And the Hamilton D line is actually a really good D line, and they back to back they beat the O line like man to man. They just beat them off the line. I don't know what they did.
No, a
And then
forearm shiver to the
VA
chest
should
doesn't
have
hurt.
dumped it. Like I don't know, like maybe I think he was looking deep.
Yeah.
Like one of them stand back was. I mean, it was just like it was a standard protection, no extra protection. So for some reason, maybe he was trying to exploit, or maybe he was just trying to find. I'm not sure. I mean, obviously we can't tell who he's looking for, but
Yeah.
yeah, I thought that he was looking downfield versus just playing safe. Right? You know, you're up this amount, you can play it safe, and then you hit your hot or hit your check down. So,
Yeah.
but he adjusted, he pivoted. You know, I think he took those two sacks, and then they came out again and they had that long drive.
Yeah.
For the touchdown.
Yeah. In the fourth quarter, when they needed to get a touchdown to stay ahead, they got it done.
Yeah, well, maybe he was feeling it. I mean, those two beautiful passes he threw to. Oh, we got one in a row.
Yeah, Vikings chat reports the Lions' main concern in week one was their O line. Yeah, that seems to give VA that full time in the pocket. Yeah, our O line is definitely a big upgrade since we replaced the center and the left guard. Right, we swapped it out. I think we've got a good bunch now on the O line. Yeah, those two sacks I think was not typical of their performance. Right,
Yeah.
but yeah, the O line was. Yeah, Greg, you wanted to give your game ball to the O line.
I
Today,
did. I
right?
mean, they again. It's like I said at the opening of today's show. Is like they're steadily improving. You know, I mean, okay, I'll forgive them a little bit for week one. I mean, you're trying to gel, whatever. You guys have already been playing together for years, but you know, you're on game speed now versus training camp speed. And then after that, I think they shorted up with the personnel change, likely, and it's two Canadians for two Canadians. So, you know, it doesn't hurt the ratio.
One national, one American. The left
Oh,
guard's American.
oh, is Sugar Bear? Okay, I thought he was
Yeah,
a
he's American.
national. Okay, but it just seems that they've got a little bit more nastiness to them now too, and a little more aggression, and they take it personal when a sack happens now,
Yeah.
or even when VA gets tackled at for no gain, and I like that. I like I told you guys before, I couldn't stand watching quarterbacks prior to VA. Like even Nathan, they take a sack and the O line's already back in the huddle. Like, what's up with that? I mean, this is your guy. He's your meal ticket. You just let get hit. So yeah, I wanted to honorable mention to the O line for their play today. And like I said, maybe VA was feeling it a little bit when he's looking downfield. Like Arthur said, we had those runs, but you know, give it a shot. So
Yeah.
yeah, we don't know because we're not in his head. But
Yeah.
and like Arthur also said, and I think CFF saying the Lions were a little cold offensively in that third quarter. You know, they only had one drive.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
But go ahead,
Hamilton
Arthur.
started with the ball in the second half, right? And then Lions went into a prevent defense, just gave them stuff underneath, and then the Ticats were just taking the stuff underneath, and then it was, yeah, like they had two drives in that third quarter.
Yeah.
Hamilton did.
There was that one play that we saw both Eberhardt and Barry Hill blocking downfield. Who was he blocking for? I can't remember who was running behind.
Might have been Hollins on a hit.
Yeah.
That was
it might-
Collins on a hitch. Yeah.
Yeah. Both Eberhardt and Barry Hill. That was wonderful to see. That's the receiving core, working together.
Blocking tenacity, which we haven't seen from a Lions receiving unit in quite
Yeah.
some time.
Yeah, and they can catch too. Like Eberhardt, we saw him the previous game, right? So yeah, it's wonderful. Kotoy is out, so I don't know what
They
happened.
said a rib contusion. They don't know. Sometimes that can just be a raised bruise, but they won't know until later. But it's not his hamstring; it's his ribs.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, that's
And what was it? Kent was cramping up, and no, sorry, Kent Jr. is cramping up, and Banks, they're not saying yet. So I know, sorry, Tebow, they're not saying yet.
Okay.
Banks was just preventative.
Surrey Leo's fan. The last drive was the Lions fans' dream, forcing the ball down the Ticats' throats to the game, ran them off the field on their own home turf like dogs. Yeah.
I think he's related to you, Ro.
Yeah, you're my kind of man, Surrey Leo's fan. That's exactly what I was saying. Right? We gotta impose our will on the ground, right? That's my kind of football. If you can impose your will on the ground, then yeah, that's what I want to see.
Well, I mean, I don't want to dig it up, but I mean, how many? Oh, go ahead, Ro. I think there's another one here.
Yeah, CFF says Schluger has easily won the left guard spot from Knievel, but I'm curious to see what happens with Tyler Pack at center. Couture is well paid and a veteran. Won't be an easy conversation.
We talked about that
We did
tonight there,
Great.
Roland. And what was our thoughts? All right, great. Let's start with you. What do you think about Couture Packer versus Packer?
Well, I like the size of Packer and I like the aggression of Packer. Again, he's got some experience, lacking compared to Couture, but I don't know that aggressive and tenacity, whatever we want to say, grammatically, I don't know, might make up a little bit for that experience. And again, you can't have enough centers on the team. I mean, we've got a 10-man D line rotation, whatever it is. Can we carry that center for a little bit and kind of hide them where we can on an injured list? And is it good, or will it come to a point where where rubber meets the road? What did we talked about that? We might have to make that tough decision.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Couture's on the 6th game, and they put him there after game 1. So, by game 8, they're gonna have to make a call, right? There's a couple of slots on the 1 game. It's gonna be hard. Like, we'll have to see, right? They have to kind of figure out their middle linebacker, what they want to do. Do they need another spot for that? Like, maybe they're not sure what they're gonna do going forward. With Woods being lost for the year, I agree with you. It's nice to have a second center, especially in our Grey Cup year, hosting year. We don't know how Packer is going to handle the playoffs. We don't know how he's going to handle the big games on the stretch, right?
Yeah.
And it's nice to have Couture, experienced guy, ready to go. But long term, and Couture is well paid, like what CFF is saying. Maybe you're looking for Packer going forward after this year. But for this year, it'll be a tough conversation. I'm sure Couture wants to start. Or, I'm not sure when the contracts are guaranteed for the rest of the year. By week, whatever, I'm not sure. So we'll have to see, which those dollars and cents might come into play.
Yeah.
And age.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think there's a hole at middle linebacker. Halak was playing the will, right? And then they moved him back inside because Woods was there. So they're down kind of one linebacker. I think we need better linebacking play, and that hole might need to be plugged. Now, I'm not sure how they can plug it. I don't think there's an experienced CFL linebacker they can bring in. And also I'm not sure how they are in regards with the salary cap, what available dollars they have. So if they have to cut Couture to shore up their linebacking play, that might be something necessary.
Yeah. All right. So looking ahead, Saskatchewan's coming into town
Oh boy.
Saturday. Saskatchewan. Oh, Sierra Leo saying hype for next week should be unreal. Saskatchewan at BC. Yeah, we're just talking about the first place on the line. How good is this? Would love to see the Dome close to sold out without the 50-cent talk and pony show for the home opener. Well, the upper bowl is open now, right? So
The one thing I mean, this is it's bittersweet coming out of my mouth here, but it's the one thing when you've got Saskatchewan in town, you're going to have a lot of green and white in the stand, which will help fill seats. But unfortunately, the noise may not be in our advantage, and somebody's got to get out there. Maybe it's CFF in coordination with the 3DBs. We got to teach those Leo fans that when the offense is on the field, don't listen to the people in green and get all loud and crazy.
yes.
That drives me nuts. It's like, come on. But we can take care of them, take care of business, and be 5-1. That's a third of the season, and 5-1. While Winnipeg's what 1-4, hopefully 1-5. Oh yes, they will be.
Yeah.
So yes, like I said, the good thing with Melonheads is they're a butt in the seat, but the bad thing with a Melonhead is they're a butt in the seat, or a pain in the butt, however you want to put it.
Pain in the butt. Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that game definitely because Saskatchewan
Yeah.
always is a big game. Coming in with likely Shea Patterson, who didn't look that bad against Toronto.
Yeah.
No, Toronto's offense it gave him the ball at great field position, and he made some good throws. Don't get me wrong, but
So,
you know,
so
Yeah.
how do you
Chad
think we're
Duke
going to
fell
stack
apart.
up? How are we going to stack up against Saskatchewan?
I mean the quarterback. There's a massive mismatch at quarterback. Massive. We're home. Massive mismatch at quarterback. I think we're stacking up well. I mean, look at Saskatchewan's record. I mean, who they played versus who we played.
But
You know,
Saskatchewan's
so-
got their defensive front seven is the real deal.
Sure.
So again, our O line needs to play this much better than again on that trajectory.
Well, the thing is, they have a lot of confidence right now.
Yeah.
With Patterson coming in, they still got to win. So they don't have their starter. I don't think Harris will be back. I think he's only been injured for that 1 week. And I think they had a bye, and they had a one this past win. So yeah, I mean it's not a fair fight. I mean they don't have the full team. But yeah, I think the Lions will show up very well.
All
I
right.
think they're at home. Big difference, and VA's cooking.
All right. So
And,
Arthur's confidence level is pretty high.
Well,
I mean,
apparently,
hey, the CFL is a quarterback-driven league.
Yeah.
I mean, unless one team's defense or one team's running game is so much superior than the other, it's a quarterback-driven league.
well, Stanback's taking that whole entire line out for dinner, having the line over to his house for dinner actually, for his birthday. So hopefully he feeds them well, and they're motivated to continue to block for VA, open up holes for Stanback. We need to, I think, just keep Saskatchewan's offense off the field and don't let Patterson get into a rhythm that A, builds confidence, and B, builds confidence, because it looked again in that Toronto game that his players were stepping up because they know he's new. We got to play better for the new guy.
Yeah.
That is true.
So Vikings chat reports the Riders had a flock of an interception in Hamilton, a game they shouldn't have won.
No, Duke should have played that way against the Lions week 1 because that's what I was expecting.
Yeah. So they were all over. Yeah. The Saskatchewan defense, I think, was very confident in that game. So that's what I would watch out for our game this Saturday.
Mace has those boys playing for him defensively, big time.
Yeah.
100%
CFF.
CFF, 100%.
Yeah. VA took hold of the early season MOP race, and don't at me. And CFS says Fajardo has played great, not taking anything away from his season, but I don't want to hear it from House fans.
You're not hearing it from this room there. Sorry.
Yeah. I don't know if you know, Cole, but Arthur is a big Fajardo fan.
Big time. I loved it when he was with the Riders. Loved it. Loved it when the Lions went in and sacked him. Sacked Cody
Repeatedly.
Yeah. But Montreal's the real deal this year.
Yeah.
I thought when they had that hot streak at the end of last season that they weren't going to be able to continue that, but they did. So they're the real deal. I'm convinced.
Yeah, they rolled it right into this season, definitely.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, so I guess wonderful game. I think we'll call it a night here. Thanks everyone for tuning in. If you're catching this show after the live stream, please leave your comments. I would love to hear from you. If you're going to be at the game on Saturday, come say hi. We're in 240. I keep forgetting.
246.
246.
246.
And 246. and it's going to be fun. At least one friend's wanting to come and join us, so we'll hope to get some more friends to join us for this game. It's going to be fun. The tailgate party at the beginning. I think. Did you notice last week, or 2 weeks ago, the tailgate was even bigger than before. They expanded it.
Yeah, I love that out there because I mean the nights are nice. The afternoons bringing people in. I think Doman's got the game times great, and yeah, it was a great atmosphere with the more variety and more things going on outside on that patio.
Yeah. Surrey Leo's fans says, great show, fellas. We'll try to
got it
find handsome fellas. Yes, for sure.
Do we have a beer in the budget for Surrey Leo's on there?
Sure. Yes,
Is that your
I
mom?
did.
Is that your mom, Greg?
Yes.
Not my mom. My mom sent me that message today. Love you, son. Hope they lose. Love an Edmonton fan. You know that. Hi, Mom.
I know.
All right.
Predictions, you guys? I already
scores?
kind of given
Okay.
my prediction.
All right.
Huh?
Well, you didn't give a score yet. So
Well,
Lions
win by 10. Lions win by 10. So we went like 30 to 20.
Okay.
I don't know. 30 to
Greg?
20.
26-21 Lions.
I
It's going to be
think,
a squeaker.
yeah. I'm going to say 21-18.
Ooh.
Yeah.
21-18 who?
For BC. For BC.
Okay.
Roland, well, you always pick BC. I was closest last week. Remember, I had a 10-point. I had more than a 10-point win, and you guys went under me.
Oh,
So
that's true. Yeah. So,
we keep track of these.
all right. So, good night, everyone. Have a great evening. Have a great week. Stay cool. It's going to be warm here in the Lower Mainland area, and we'll
Thanks
catch
to
you on
those guys that
Saturday.
tuned in and hung out. Appreciate you guys.
Yes, appreciate you guys, and hope to see you guys soon. We'll say hi. Meet at the stadium. Okay. Take care, everyone.
All right. See ya. Have a good night.
All right. Bye bye.